morning. Okay guys, just getting here. Today is Monday and we are not packing again until tomorrow. So today's gonna be a little bit of a catch-up day. So Shane has this project he's working on. In the last video, we talked a little bit about the sewer and putting another conveyor to lift those masters up to a better height so that whoever's stacking, it's a little bit easier. Also, I did want to just clear up a little bit that the sewing machine is not replacing somebody as in they're losing their job. It just frees up somebody to do something else, like helping me stack potatoes. So just nobody's losing their jobs. I had some comments about that, so I just wanted to clear that up. So it's like, I don't know, 17 degrees out right now, but it feels like it's like 8. Chilly. So the plan for today is to work on that conveyor and get things set up for packing our next load. So we got caught up on our chefs and size B, so we don't need to put those in 50-pound bags tomorrow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this stuff here and we're gonna put the tote bags, and I think we'll just be filling the number 2s. And then B's will go in a tote bag, and then chefs will go in a tote bag. And then I'm gonna do some cleaning because I've been wanting to do some cleaning. And everything gets so dusty in here because of the potatoes being dirty. So the plan is to get things set up for tomorrow. Erica and Ethan were in here cleaning. I mean, the floor is cleaned up. Potatoes are all off the ground. Erica does that. Like, after we're bagging the next day, she's working in the store. She always cleans up in here. It is so awesome. We are so thankful to have her. But the new tech needs cleaned up. It is dusty and everything is just really dusty in here. The floor cleaner is having some issues, so usually that helps keep the dust down, but I gotta call them today and see what we gotta do because it is not holding a charge anymore. So that is the plan for today. So I'm gonna bring you guys along, and looks like we got a lot of barrels over here too. Yeah, so maybe we'll have a visit from Larry today too. All right guys, so I will show you what we are up to this morning, and I will be back a little later and we'll touch base. Uh-oh.
Merry Christmas.
What do you got there? I like this.
Shane, that's for you and Shane.
Nice, thank you.
Wrapping job.
I like this wrapping job.
Bucket too. The bucket's good.
Good. Can you tell me a little bit about the conveyor and what you're doing?
Yeah, so like we kind of touched on a little bit last video, now that we get the sewer set up, we don't have to go through that motion of taping. That if we put a conveyor here, then it should be a lot easier on the guy stacking. You know, like this is kind of where we're at in the conveyor process right here. But if they're just grabbing a bag like this and then stacking it on a pallet, that saves that initial lift. So should make the day go easier for them. And yeah, so I started dubbing with this the other day. You know, originally I was gonna just cut this off and work on that to get the bearing and all that stuff going, but I think in the long run it's just gonna be easier. I'm just gonna cut the front of this off, and then I'll put a straight cut here in front of the legs. I move the legs back and then weld that on, so you know, we'll end up taking out about this much conveyor. And the main reason I had to do that to begin with is this is what the conveyor was like previously, so a bag of potatoes isn't going to fit under there, so I had to rework it anyway. So that's kind of my only concern with how this is going to end up coming out, is once I reposition the motor under the conveyor here, this is where the drive's going to be, so I'm just going to have to build a really good shield over that so there's nothing exposed there, since they'll be they'll be working at the end of that conveyor. So
Yeah.
I'll throw that on time lapse and go to town and see if we can't get something done. See if get this going good, we'll be able to eliminate everybody. We won't need anybody working here. Except Bessie.
Except Bessie. Okay, yeah, like, you know, we're not taking people's jobs here. We're making work easier for ourselves. We're shorthanded always. So, oh yes, and Max. You guys have seen Max in a lot of the videos. He's been around for about over a year, something like that. I don't know, that's Dave's son. He is gone for the winter. He is skiing in Utah. So we don't know when he's coming back, but yeah, so you'll see one less person. He was not fired, he is out skiing. we're gonna put you on time lapse while Shane works. I'm gonna get started doing what I'm doing. Ethan's actually gonna be working on sorting some pallets. So we're gonna show you a little bit of all that stuff. Oh, and Bessie, of course. Bessie's here.
Magnificent creature. Oh, the bash. All right, get to work.
All right, guys, get to work.
Get to work.
I actually need to put the other bagger over here because I don't have space for the sewer table. one setup. I think it looks okay over there, but we'll get the final. We'll figure it out by tomorrow. All right, so the other one here is kind of buried. So I'll probably have to move this pallet here to get this out. So I'm gonna go get that jack. No, I got it now. I had to put air in the tire.
Okay, so now I've got this cut down, all cleaned up, so I'm going to weld that back together there and then start putting this together. That's what I cut off, about 2.5 feet, so was this a waste of time? Probably, but too late now. All right, so at this point in the game, Conveyor's starting to look like something. I got the motor mounted down here, and I'm just gonna cut this belt down because I shortened up the conveyor, so obviously I gotta shorten up the belt. Yeah, well, thanks again to Dan for sending us all his old alligator lacing stuff. So we're down into that already, so I think this is gonna be the first run with that stuff. So thanks again. And yeah, so hopefully by the end of the day we'll have something that looks like a conveyor.
Sounds like a good victory to leave on.
Well, I'd like to slide it over so we can use it.
Yeah, let's do that. I gotta clean up what I'm doing. Yeah, all right. Bessie looks like she's ready to go home. All right, so little recap. Not a whole lot has gone by since the last time I checked in with you guys, but I did get this whole part of the new tack cleaned off and working on these. It's just, you need like days to do all this stuff, you know, clean this, working up this, just dust everywhere. Okay, well, we're gonna push this in place, and I think that's gonna be it for this video. You guys are gonna see this thing in action probably on one of the next coming packing videos, but I will see you guys then. Thank you for watching, and take care.